Hi. Okay. Yesterday was clearly just a practice run because, well, we learned several things. Several things were learned during last night's 3 hour stream. One, this game can go fuck itself. Two, clicking on the minimap actually does something useful. I will have to do that again. Three, digital sound effects for this game are very hard to come by. It's almost like a Space Quest 3. Sound. Oh, there is sound. There's no absence of sound. Good. Don't freak me out like that. Anyway, yeah, one of the lessons seems to have been don't play innocent until caught. But anyway, like I was saying, this is kind of like the Space Quest 3 thing where the thing ships with a Sound Blaster driver that only really works if you light a few black candles and take your top off and, say a prayer to Satan or something. It's, they're there. They're in the game. They're very few and far between. And it's like a Bigfoot sighting. Like, some people remember having digital sound effects in Innocent Until Caught, and most people have just never really heard them. Yeah, it's a complete Sound Blaster summoning ritual. Although, hang on, I'm just gonna... Today, there seems to be very little ghosting going on here, so I have added some room for gesticulation. At least now I have. Also, how are we looking... Head top? Yeah, all right. That seems about right. Actually, I'll scoot my ass over here. There's plenty of room. All right. SQ3 is if SQ3 was ass. Yeah, and another thing I kind of have to backtrack on. I thought this was a Space Quest wannabe. Now it is set in the future. It has spaceships and robots in it. I get the feeling it's more of a sort of a gangster type, underdog gangster wannabe. I saw a dude in a trench coat. I don't think it wants to be Space Quest. I think it wants to be like a Goodfellas parody set in space. That's the vibe I'm getting from it now. But anyway, guess what? It's fixed. If we run Innocent Until Caught now, it will have digital sound effects. When the drive wakes up, there will be... Instructions unclear. Summon my grandpa. So I had to Chankus had to help out. Chankus had a look at a couple of forum posts, sent over some files. They almost worked. Then I went and had a look at some guides. Thank fucking Christ for Vogons.org. And everyone has the same problem with this fucking game. And the problem with this game is... Let's see here. This fucking thing, ct-voice.drv. Now, I remember I sort of did a double take on this file yesterday when we had a look through the files, because I thought it was voice pack something, digital sound effect. You braved Vogons. I mean, they have their moments, but they also have their moments. Those kind of moments. Most of them are moments. We won't talk about that. Anyway, they had a nice guide. Vogons also helped me with getting Black Dahlia running. So they have their good and their bad moments. Sometimes they kind of strike me like the 4chan of retro game computing, but never mind. Anyway, long story short, this fucking thing, ctvoice.drv, is a very old Creative Labs Sound Blaster driver that very, very old DOS games sometimes look for when they don't have, their own Sound Blaster drivers, as far as I can gather anyway. There are many revisions for ctvoice.drv. Problematically, they're all called ctvoice.drv. There's no version indicator other than looking at the file size itself. This one is from 1993, and it is for... Oh, there's another thing. This is for the Sound Blaster Pro. Now, different versions of ctvoice.drv are for different iterations of the Creative Labs Sound Blaster card. You can't shove just any ctvoice.drv into any game and expect it to work with your Sound Blaster 16, or your Sound Blaster Pro 1, or your Sound Blaster Pro 2. It has to be a very specific version of ctvoice.drv before it'll work. And that took some experimentation. So what I've landed on is this version, which is for a Sound Blaster Pro. And when you start the game, you also have to include the line here that says set sound D innocent. Now, the file path here is, of course, relative to my DOSBox mounts. It thinks that D is a hard drive and that innocent is a folder in the root directory of that drive. It's not really. It's on one of my backup disks down there's like drive G or something, and it's buried deep within some sort of fucked up games archive folder. But anyway, it thinks that it's in D innocent. And if you don't do the whole set sound thing, that means it doesn't go looking in a subfolder called DRV and read the CT voice.drv file. So you have to set sound to the root file, to the root directory of the game you want to play, which tells it to go look in a subfolder that you have no idea has to be there to look for a driver that can be any million number of different versions. Morale has not improved yet. Morale is slowly sinking. This is not where... And yes, the incredible sound effects... Let's not dally with the dillies anymore. Let's just have a listen to the incredible sound effects we're about to... Fuck off, I meant start. We will still be taking advantage of extended memory. Now, I also adjusted the volume of the stream a bit because, yeah, this, I listened to the VOD yesterday and it was, the game volume was quite loud, even with my microphone ducking. You could hear what I was saying, but it was off balance. You missed when AutoExec had an environment variable with the settings and things just worked? Yeah, you would still have to do this shit on a original DOS computer. It's not just set blaster, that just sets your Sound Blaster config. This game expects, or games from this era, now side note there, but yes, games from this era sort of expect you to perform this additional step in order to get digital sound effects working. And the side note here is that this game came out in 1993, so this has to have been like the tail end of that era where games companies didn't just write their own like the sound card drivers. We've had Miles sound system for ages at this point. Sierra Games had their own audio drivers. LucasArts had their own audio drivers. For any game to use this voodoo ritual bastardry is damn, that's just something else. Also, you will notice we haven't heard any sound effects yet, and we will not be hearing any sound effects during the intro. We might as well skip the intro actually, because there will be no sound effects. There certainly will be none with the fantastic taking advantage of the extended memory. This is all silent. And by design, apparently. I guess they're going for scientific accuracy. Accuracy. So you can just fuck right off. I don't know if there's any sound effect when he gets hauled into the IRS here. When they turn on the light, when he gets frisked by the robot. I don't know. We'll find out. So far, no. Nope. Wonder if he's gonna get frisked in complete utter silence. Yes he is. Alright, so, are you ready? I'm gonna skip this shit, we've already seen it. Gonna be taking advantage of a bit of extended memory. Now, when his ship lands in the opening cutscene, here, prepare for this. Prepare your ass for this. Worth it, right? Hey, raid! There's a sound effect that's supposed to play when I get raided. I didn't notice. Hi, everyone. We apologize. Yeah, that was worth it, isn't it? Oh, and check this out. This is how I know that the sound effects don't work when you restore a game. It's the taxi cab that drives by. The taxi cab has a sound effect. Oh, this guy says, excuse me if you block his way, by the way. Fuck you, buddy. Sound of someone messing with an air compressor made your day. Yeah, me too. Now check this Balfo sound effect out. Now, if I restore a previous save game and go to this screen, the taxicab does not make any sound whatsoever, and that is because, as we discovered yesterday, all the save games retain your previous sound settings for some reason, which means that all these lovely save games we have here, we can just chuck in the bin. We have to start over. This fucking game, man. The save games hold audio settings. Yes, they do. They like you were talking about yesterday. Someone decided that save games were just going to be a complete memory dump. To get your raid sound effects, you have to add CG Voice DRV instead IRQ for it. No. All right. Do I have to? Apparently I do have to talk to this guy because that's a trigger for later. All right. Now, luckily we have keyboard shortcuts, not shortcuts. Shortcuts. Here we go, here we go. Yay! Oh, the glory, the fucking glory. Now it becomes like a drinking game, like when there actually is a digital sound effect. Someone has to take a shot or something. Okay, I'm gonna have to inventory manage this quite carefully. Alright. Give this to, no, not that. Give this to Dr. Jackoff. And Mr. Hyde. Oh yeah, innocent until caught again. This is apparently my life now. Fucking move away from the items I'm trying to pick up. This lengthy animation of him deciding whether or not to pick up an inventory item is absolutely essential. Pick up the gum. I always pick up gum in these games for some reason. Let's get our little mission here. Alright, now for those of you joining us for the first time, yes, it was very disappointing that I'm not reading anything aloud. That's because we spent 3 hours yesterday, like, getting to grips with this shit. So I'm just gonna speedrun us up to the point where we left off. Yeah, this music again. Hopefully it's a bit more balanced. So you can actually, like, enjoy the dulcet tones of my grating voice on top of this grating music. I'm gonna inventory manage the shit out of this. Is this Beneath the Steel Sky? This is Beneath the Steel Sky in a sort of very post-apocalyptic version of it. Alright, I should have gone in the bar and lifted that dude's claim ticket so we can get that part underway. I will grab your ass. This is the sort of riveting commentary you come here for, isn't it? Oh, newspaper. I'll probably need that for something. It takes Murphy, yes. As in At least he doesn't have telekinesis. Well, he can converse with people from literally miles away. Incidentally, once we get to a certain point in this game, which is all the way up to where we left off, I will be using a walkthrough, because I had to read through the walkthrough of just the bit that we completed. And this game is excruciating. Like, there's... Okay, I'm supposed to put you on... Yeah, there you go. This game is just peak early 90s Moon Logic shit. This is one of those... It's one of those games where there's no way you're gonna finish this if you don't like have several months to spare and really love that guy's just 2 kids in a long coat. Oh no, you wait. This is one of those you have to have an investment of your time, and you have to also be prepared to just sit there for weeks and weeks and just grind the same screens over and over again until you stumble upon some random shit that is not supposed to make any sense. I'll just swipe this right away. There we go. That's the first mission done. Pixel hunting and Moon Logic, hours and hours of gameplay. That's basically what we're doing here. Oh, the inventory interactions. Yeah, that took me a while yesterday to work out. Why am I going in here? At least it's not number grinding. I don't know. I read someone said there's a maze later. I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, can I have my reward, please? Also pixel hunting. Do you see an item there? No. Yes, the Orion Conspiracy. We will get to that. Now, I have actually played the Orion Conspiracy all the way through. What a classic. What an absolute instant classic. One thing I probably could have done while I was in here was give the claim ticket, but I'm like, maybe shouldn't push our luck, having already stolen one thing. Come on, Gramps, let's party. Alright, no trouble. Wait, do I ask you about the thing I hear you like to do? Oh shit. I hear you like to do business. Yeah, so now we're gonna 3 trial this. Make sure it's worth much. Oh, I have to hand over this comes later. Oh, you actually watched the playthrough of Orion Conspiracy I did with Ikifu. What a lovely one. Yeah, where's our jarlet sound effect? Fuck. We do indeed need the perfume bottle. I completely missed that. And yes, the raised eyebrow on the front of the box is just... I mean, fucking Christ. Here. Have a look at that. That is just the worst fucking cover art of all time. This is from the fucking box cover. This is our hero, Mr. Jim Carrey eyebrows over here. Good lord. Yeah. Perfume. Yes, back we go. Back into the den of iniquity. I hope you like your pixel tits. Who am I kidding? So far, pixel tits are the only good thing about this game. I don't know what this blubbery mess up here is supposed to be, but I think it's a reclining lady. Although I'm not sure which part is which. The IRDS stole our credit cards, indeed. Although one of them was not ours to begin with. And now we go in alley. And we do the whole We do the whole mug a beggar thing that apparently is a very popular pastime with adventure game protagonists. Okay, first of all, let's charge up our camera. And give the hood ornament to this guy, whom we have not conversed with at all, but I got something back for him anyway. And the coat is now ours. Maybe I've inventory managed a little too well. Well, we have a bag full of shiny shit. Oh, there's the oil pumpy. You thought he had a mustache when you saw the box cover? Wow. Bobson heads to the right in the peg. So there's actual pubic hair in this game. Interesting. That's a bold artistic choice. Not the fact that there's pubic hair on people per se, but just actually putting that in a sprite based, like a low pixel, low resolution sprite game. That's attention to detail. You're supposed to get a meatball sub from Subway. Okay. We did not blind our friend. I'm getting a little distracted here by all the pixel pubes. Oh, sound effects! Alright, now we can go get wasted. I'm hoping for at least a laser gun sound effect when the shootout occurs. Okay, I don't know the corner of my eye. I know that's supposed to say Sans or Sam's, but it looks like Satan to me. Satan's bar. Dunk right into the bar frame. Well, might as well save over. Alright, let's have a drink. Do I use chair? Yes. Time for a drink, I think. Drink, drink, give me drink. Long story and you don't want to hear it. Has drink? Give drink to Zim. Oh, probably should give you some money first. that was disk space well spent. Ah, yes, the clones. Your time is up, scumbag. And our clone standing over to the left there. You just had to change your shirt. A state-of-the-art deflector ring, issued only to members of my boss's syndicate. You will be dead in a moment, and also, jacket sleeves are for putting your arms through. I've never understood why people wear jackets like this. Well, that's not confusing at all. Why would you have a piece of music playing on top of a piece of music? No gun sound, no, but the jukebox got like a lengthy... what the... Okay, so the sound of a pack of ice cubes falling on the floor is when you get disintegrated. No laser gun sound though. Did you notice a little glow going past Gangster on the right? When the shot bounced off the floor? was actually, I mean, it's like the light sort of shone off of his pants leg. That was kind of cool, honestly. He's knackered your sign. What do you want, dirt box? There's our gun sound. All right. I'll have that. Yeah, this guy's the pool cue guy. We had a bit of fun with him last time. Like, no one gives a total rat's ass that people are getting murdered left and right around here. So can I just press the minimap and walk straight there? No, it has to be on an exit. Okay, so I cannot, like, navigate exclusively with the mini. Did I say minibar? I meant minimap. Okay, so apparently this is a trick. Disk space well spent. And apparently we have to ride through all of the stations in order to get to be able to use the map. One thing though is you can squirt this thing and get it unstuck. I don't recall. I thought it was just like stuck in this phone boothy thing. I didn't know you had to like loop it up to get it out, but there we go. That's a screwdriver for us. And the game lags terribly because there's more than one sprite on screen. Now I'll have this giant fucking boombox. I'm wondering, we probably don't actually need the boombox, we probably just need something from inside it. But no. See, that was me trying to actually guess a puzzle on my own. Train sound's not bad. Why is he looking surreptitiously around when there's literally no one on the train except him? Security cameras, maybe? Spaceports. I don't suppose you have to actually walk up the stairs in order for this whole thing to trigger. I hope not. I'm gonna say no. And there's another shifty-eyed guy wandering around. It's like the only pedestrian sprite they had in the game was that guy walking in circles saying, I have someone I need to meet. And we're not allowed to use the map? Well, we are allowed to use the map, but it's one of those, you have to visit it each and every location before you get to actually use it to its fullest extent. Locations unlock. Shoving an entire boombox down your knickers sound unpleasant. Why would you assume he shoves them down his underpants? I mean, how do you know he's not going commando? Also, I've several questions. Like, Jabbers, do your pants not have pockets, or is that like? Call me boombox trousers back in college. At least one, like, one turnstile that you could easily have just jumped over. There was no security, no cameras or anything. But after that, it's just safe route. Don't have to pay. No one checks your ticket. No one checks anything. I love the name of this stop though, Regurgi. Also, one of the stops had a door that we never examined for reasons. Is this the last stop on the list? Oh, there's the door. Might as well have a look at that. It is a locked maintenance door. Can we jimmy it with a screwdriver? We have just about enough time to do that. That won't work. That's the first time he's actually had sort of a no can do error message. Other times he's really stingy about telling you what you can and cannot do. Okay, so are the stations unlocking for us? Yes, they are. Good. So once we get back to Batside, we are ready to begin the journey in full. And I will be ready to absolutely use a walkthrough for this game because fuck the puzzles in this game. You would ordinarily think that this is bad form for an adventure game stream to use a walkthrough. Why not just play the game normally? Use your little green cells if you have green brain cells, gray brain cells. And to that I say fuck that. I think I've seen enough adventure games and adventure game design, adventure game puzzles, puzzle dependency charts, all of this sort of stuff, to know when a puzzle is good or a puzzle is bad. Sort of logic. There's a goal, you work your way backwards in the steps to attain that goal. And this game does not really have any sort of logic progression in it as far as I can tell, at least not from the moments that I spent with it yesterday. So I have no qualms about using a walkthrough. Let's have a save and say that the city is now open to us. We're already at 13.9%. And let's see, what should our first stop be? Oh, one thing I did read was you can steal something from our little robot friend in here. Oh, I thought that was the bar. My bad. See you, ladies. Oh, excuse me. Drop off the ring. There's an idea. Should probably do that. And also have a little chat with this guy. I can screwdriver his ass. Come to me, jungle friend. What can I do for you, sir? You can stand very still while I poke you with this. This won't hurt a bit. Apparently it hurt him a bit. My pockets seem to be getting a bit overcrowded. There's plenty of room, jackass. Alright. Well, is he dead? Did I kill him? We'll never find out. Alright, let's drop off the ring, get the plot moving. There's got to be speedruns of this game. It's not like a completely obscure... on the other hand, there's no speedruns of Tex Murphy Mean Streets. You would think that game would be in it. You don't touch anything unless you know what it is. This is not. This is okay. That's not what you said last time. We had this conversation already. I have something that might interest you. Yes. Okay, so we had to have that talk. It belongs to the most powerful criminal syndicate. Criminals with skills like yours are hard to find. He was an innocent bystander, but okay, here come the 3 trials. Yes. First item is the egg of a giant kahula bird in the zoo. The second is a priceless sculpture. And the final is some bonds in the City Bank. Those are the 3 items we have to procure, and I don't suppose he wants a top hat while we're at it. No? I have a feeling I don't need this. I'm gonna put it down here. You know, maybe we should have like a stash place for items that seem... Are you gonna pick it up or what? Yeah, we should have a stash place for items we may or may not need. And I'm gonna say the subway entrance of the bad seat, whatever this place, bad side. This is where I'm gonna drop off some inventory items that I'm not entirely sure I need at the moment. For instance, I don't think we need this coin anymore. I think this has served its purpose. I don't want to lose the token, it's far too useful. Alright, if you insist. Boombox probably comes in handy. I don't think we need the camera anymore. We haven't really used the gum. I don't think we need this thing anymore. I honestly, I think we should... Can I please... We should move around a bit so they're not just all clumped up in one location. Could you fucking... My God. Put it down. Put it down. Attaboy. Okay. Let's put the camera somewhere. It's your thing. You don't have to surreptitiously look around. Now put it down. Now put it down. There we are. Okay. Not too sure about the newspaper. I'm definitely not too sure about our IRS. There's no point in trying to throw it away. You just put it on top of the camera, dude. Can you put it down somewhere sensible, please? I can't even move when I'm holding an inventory item. That's fucking brilliant. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down, Jackoff. He had no problem putting it down just a moment ago. Was this a bad idea? Oh, now we can put it down. That's the tax bill. Who gives a shit about that at the moment? Also, I don't think we need the passport anymore. Just gonna put it on top of the... Oh. Fine. I'm done fucking around with this. One thing I wanted to try just real quick is the pier with the hat. Now we stole the circuit board off of one droid, and there's another droid that wants to call the police if we try to retrieve a sailor's hat. The more I say this out loud, the more 90s adventure game this sounds like. I mean, like I said, I read through the first part of the walkthrough after last night's stream, and it just struck me that most of this sounds like the hint book parody from Space Quest 4, like how to attach the melon, stuff like that, like bullshit puzzles that don't sound like actual real puzzles, but. Intruder alert. So, can I put this circuit board in his face? No. What a shame. Can I screwdriver this little fuck? Come on. It will be booby-trapped if I try to tamper with it. Oh, that is an issue, yes. I wish there was a fast travel out of here, but I guess not. Right, so this is the point where I will unashamedly turn to the walkthrough. I don't know if you guys want to read with me. I'm going to guess no. Let me just make sure that we... Actually, I will let you read along. Oh god, my face is massive. I had a friend over earlier today, and they wanted to record a little video for themselves, and they had a tiny little face because it was my son's 6-year-old friend, and they wanted to record a video, so blew up the face cam a bit, just a little funsies video. Anyway, fuck it. Pawnbroker, yes. Steal ticket, yes. Pick up vase, yes. Camera, bikers, ornaments. Pawn shop, pick up vase. Give back the vase, reward, ornaments. And this is where we get, that's the find. Enter subway station. Use oil can and screwdriver, pull it out the vending machine, take the radio, go to the bar, talk to the rope waiter, use your screwdriver to remove the circuit board, combine this with your radio to make a remote control, use your remote control on the robot and take the sailor's hand. Okay, well that I would never have guessed. Because what fucking sense does that? What is the hint for that? Let's see here. That's a control circuit from a servo droid. That is a radio cassette player. If I combine these two, apparently that becomes a remote control. This should come in handy. Hold on. What kind of fucking sense does that make? Now it's a remote control. This will blow a servo droid's mind, but it's a boombox. Is it because it has a radio antenna in it? Is that the connection you're supposed to make? Yeah, how do you shove a circuit board into a boombox and make a fucking remote control out of that? Yeah, fucking what? Pickle Talk is absolutely right. Oh, people think it's nice of me to make a video with a 6-year-old. It's fun though. They just sat down because 6-year-olds watch YouTube. My son watches a lot of Let's Play YouTubers that play Roblox games and Minecraft and stuff like that. And so does his friend. And she wanted to make her own video. Me and my son make videos all day. His computer's right next to me here, and we make videos just for ourselves, really. We put them on his unlisted YouTube channel, as unlisted videos, so he can sit there, after dinner with his iPad and say, "Oh shit, here's my video on YouTube, isn't this cool?" kind of thing. And she wanted to make one as well, so that's why. But she's 6 years old. She has a teeny tiny little face, so I had to make the face cam really big. Yeah, my kid is 6, and we have some wonderful videos of him swearing his head off at Minecraft games. It's fun. But this whole this game feels like it was designed by a 6-year-old. So where's the fucking hotspot on this cursor? Is what I want to know. Or is it you have to put this down and use? It's a use. This game's nice little animation though, but this game boggles the mind because sometimes you just use the pickup or the use icon on an inventory item. That becomes a cursor. So now you can use it on different things. Oh, he's going to put it down now, isn't he? Yes, he is. Pick that back up. Other times you have to use the use, which is also a hand cursor, but not the same kind of hand cursor. Now it becomes an entirely different mouse icon, and now you can do stuff like this. I suppose we've just killed 2 robots. Oh, is he off to pursue a life of bartending? Apparently yes. Right, I'll have the hat then. Oh, I'm so glad we went through all of that just to get a sailor's cap. Also, it just strikes me, they had to draw separate, here's the inventory icon. I pick this up and I put it on the ground. They had to draw a separate sprite for this. I guess if I pick it up and I try to use it, it's the same icon. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, it's the same icon, but still, so it just puts down the mouse cursor of the thing. But like this sailor's hat, for instance, I can't use this. It won't turn into an inventory item. So if I put this on the ground, they drew, well, it's probably the same as was up here, but that is a lot of effort that went into a completely pointless exercise. Just give me a full inventory. Just give me a normal standard bottomless pocket inventory. What is this? What is this horse shit down here? I suppose we can go to the subway station and put our radio down, because I don't think we need that anymore. Oh, what is he doing? Where's he off to? He went down here. Do we care? Hang on, I'll just quickly check if we care. Use remote control on robot, take the sailor's hat, go back to the pawn shop, and give him the ring, and give him the sailor's hat, and you will receive. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. Give the pawn shop a sailor's hat, and he will give you. Are you reading this? No. Apparently, Pickledock, we get a magic carpet out of this. What now? What the fuck? What is this game, man? I tried to play this game blind yesterday. What a mistake that was. Why does he want a sailor's cap? Does he mention wanting a sailor's cap at all? Because I remember talking to this guy. He has very few things to say. I suppose we haven't really questioned him about the 3 trials yet. So the sculpture by Renato Spangles on display in the Stony Bridge Gallery. What do you want now? Oh, is that it? What about the egg? The egg of a giant kahula bird can be found in the zoo. So he just tells you things you already know. The bonds, they're in the bank. What do you want now? So there's no hint that you're supposed to give this guy a fucking hat. Why would he want a hat? What's this? Captain Ahab's hat. It's totally genuine. Okay, I'll swap it for this magic flying carpet. It's totally genuine too. What? 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 All right. '90s point and click could be used as unusual punishments. It is sort of mind melting in a way. Okay, let's check. What is the first objective according to the walkthrough? That is the egg. So we will go to the zoo and see what we can do. Where's my game? Right there. Okay. Well, first thing we do is we drop off all the some of the shit we're carrying. The boombox. I don't think the boombox is going to come in handy again. Can you put it down somewhere here? He's going to put it on top of his passport, isn't he? Or someone else's passport. No, he's not. Okay, cool. Nice walking base, isn't it? Which one is the zoo? Is it the hill? I don't think it is. Oh, this shit with the stairs again. I have to do this at least once, otherwise the arrows don't show up. Oh, and these fucking... Okay, there we go. That's it. The pixel face of the poster, yeah. This tune's kind of growing on me. That is not the zoo, but we found a giant mushroom over here, I seem to recall, so might as well grab that and take it with us. Yep. I believe this is the art gallery. So, back on the train, lads. Bonjour, camelier en cat. I forget what cat is in French. Le miau de caméléon. I speak every language. The fucking face. Courtesy flush. Sorry, not Courtney flush. Courtesy flush. The fucking. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't just register the first time. It's just it gets better the more you look at it. Get on the fucking train, dude. There we go. Yeah, let's go to East Eric. There. What is the look description on this? It's an advertisement. It's an advertisement for what? Oh shit. Why is that so funny? It honestly didn't register right the first time, but the second time, man. Also, for those of you just joining us, yes, he does turn into a chunky boy when the sprite scaling clicks in. Also, this poor kid, right? Let's increase the bubbles, or decrease. See, this is another thing. Like bubble speed, you would assume the higher, the faster, but no. The lower the number, the faster the speech bubbles disappear. And yes, the speech bubbles are fucking ugly. I might as well save actually, because it will save every config in the entire game in that save file. All right, so I don't need to talk to these, but this is the worst parent ever. My wife gets to stay at home while I get dragged off to see the latest exhibit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can sub ask. Wait, I did not. Okay. Ask about wife. Why didn't your wife come as well? Apparently her perfume can affect some of the creatures in here. I think it's just an excuse. What perfume is that? It's called Eau de Beauté. It certainly affects me. Okay. Oh well, have fun. So if I ask him again... Okay, this is interesting. That is an interesting way of doing shit. So if you don't have enough room for any more of these, like dialogue options, you can ask him about stuff that he's mentioned. That's kind of interesting. I wonder how many conversation topics I've missed in other conversations, or if this is the first one. What is the exhibit? The giant kahula bird has just laid an egg, first one ever in captivity. Excellent. But now you just have to scan over their responses with your mouse cursor. Who cares, sucker? But now I have to talk to him again. Latest exhibit. Day off. What's your line of work? Biologist. What are you working on at the moment? I'm studying the ecological relationship between two of the indigenous life forms on Tate. This was not interesting enough to... Oh my god. The feeling is reciprocated by the fly and... No others. This let's just do that again, because that was a hint for the mayonnaise puzzle that we did last time. What's your line of work? Biologist. What are you working on at the moment? Studying the ecological two indigenous. There's a species of mushroom that simply hates a certain species of fly. I did not know this. The feeling is reciprocated by the fly, of course, and a strange phenomenon results when they meet. When the weather is cold and damp, the mushroom prepares to reproduce and exudes a hormone. The fly, smelling the hormone, instinctively dives to attack it with its lethal sting, at which time the mushroom releases its spores with such force that the fly is blown to bits. And get this, the fly only ever eats mayonnaise. So basically, that we did the whole thing with the fly. We captured Jeff Goldblum early in the game. So... And now we have the mushroom. I did not know there was a correlation. So someone in the stream yesterday went, pick up the mayonnaise, use it on the fly. And I was like, cheers. That's a bit more than a nudge, really. Just let's not do that. So I'm just gonna go catch Jeff Goldblum, and I will be right back. You got an ad with Jeff Goldblum in it? What is he doing making Twitch? Oh my god, why is that so funny? Jeff Goldblum does not need to pay rent. Jeff Goldblum can get by on simply being Jeff Goldblum. He doesn't need to eat. He will... Essentially, he will just puke on his food and suck it up with his proboscis, but he's hawking some kind of rental agency. Oh, how far the majesties have fallen. Dude, I'm gonna have to extract this music and do some sort of remixy thing. See, I told you. Divide by Zero games always have, like, the one banger. This is not where I want to go, by the way. At first, I did not think this was going to be the banger. I think this might be the banger. Imagine this with a Lindrum. And by Lindrum, I mean that synthwave drum machine that everyone's heard. The Lindrum is... If you don't know what a Lindrum is, trust me, you've heard it a million times. Remix, JBH. JBH, do you want to produce a remix covers album of Innocent Until Caught? It occurs to me we haven't actually been up here. I'm gonna assume this might actually be where the police station and Jeff Goldblum is. Up the fucking stairs, dude. Are you for real? If you weren't here last stream, JBH produced and mixed an album I did, a little EP that I did. Every once in a while, I just get a hankering to do some music on my own. No one ever listens to it, and that's fine. It's just, so one of those compulsive things that I do. But JBH, this time he mixed it so it actually sounds fairly decent. And like there's 3 people in my life that I will go to when I need some music mixed, because that's like the one thing I'm the worst at is balancing an audio mixing something and have it sound consistently good, like throughout. Like if you have several bits of music, or if you want punchy drums but you also want pulsing bass, like the whole frequency separation thing, I'm not terribly good in that. And there's like 3 people in this world that that are my absolute go-tos. JBH is one of them. The 3 of them, actually. I'm going to side note here because it's my stream. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. JBH, Brandon Bloom, and John Paul Sapsford. Now, I'm in a band with John Paul, and he mixes hard rock and metal really well. He has this, like, he can. Every mix he does is basically a punch in the face. He's really, really good at that. Brandon Bloom is really good at atmospherics. If you want a symphony or you want some lush, almost orchestral synthy kind of stuff. He also does a good metal mix, but he's not as punchy as JPS. And then JBH is your go-to for anything electronic. The man is an absolute master with anything that's got a driving beat and a good low end. So absolutely, whenever you do a dance mix or you do like EBM or even like old school industrial, JBH is the dude to go to. So I've got my metal guy, I've got my atmospheric guy, and I got my dance guy. These are the three. And it's just the fact that they actually want to poke around in the shit I get up to is mind-boggling to me, but I'm so glad these 3 people exist in my life. And JBH mixed the album I did because it was mostly electronic, like dancey stuff. Not dancey, EBM type stuff. And the low end is amazing. Like I was listening to it on my crappy car speakers, and even that made the car rumble. It was fantastic. Anyway, that was my side note. Oh, gee, you're sweet, JBH. Thanks. Electronic bands music. I suppose so, yeah. All right, let's capture ourselves like Jeff Goldblum. And see, here we don't use the fucking jar. Wait, do we? Oh, I don't have to click the fly. We do use the jar. But the hotspot was really strange. Oh, well, there's your sound effect for you. Sorry, I talked over it. So, hang on. Let's give that a temp save. And see what happens if we shove the mushroom in there. Nothing yet. Okay, so we don't just feed the things. Okay. Squished the fly. Nah, he's having lunch. He's having a nice little snack down there. Also, a quick return to side note. What also boggles my mind is 2 out of the 3 sound guys of mine, JBH and John Paul Sapsford, are actually professional music producers. Like, they should be charging me for this shit, but they just do it because they think it's fun. That boggles my mind even more. I probably shouldn't say that because now they will start charging me, but what the fuck? I was going over here. And here, should I? I'm gonna tickle her nose. She looks like she wants her nose tickled. Fucking face. Oh my god. That is so fucking according to Moby Games, this dev's first known game was made for the Watara Supervision, an obscure Game Boy clone. I've never heard of that. Never heard of Watara Supervision. Okay, we've got Jeff. Now we're in business. Now we can, now it's zoo time. Now, the poor kid has a balloon. It's a balloon full of helium. And if we talk to the kid, he's... Jesus Christ. See, I actually felt bad for the kid because, you know, the dad doesn't seem to want to spend time with his kid, and they're just standing there and they're kind of sad. Looking at him, though, I can kind of see where he's coming from. Y'all can see the Kahuli bird and the nest and all the other big teeth and sharp claws. So, Kahuli bird and the nest is what he's trying to say, I think. What's a Kahuli bird? It's a big alien bird with teeth and wings, and it just laid the only egg in captivity, and it's worth billions. Alright, can I have the balloon? No, it's mine. And chat with him again. What was the other thing you're saying? The nest? It's a nasty monster that what eats people. Oh, it's not. Oh, a nest. Okay. I hate kids. Bug off. I mean, he kind of... Dude, the kid looks a bit like fucking Butthead from Beavis and Butthead, right? I mean, that's basically Butthead as a 6-year-old or 7-year-old, right? Also, a kid this old would not be speaking baby talk like this. Is a nasty monster what eats people. This kid's at least 6 or 7. My 6-year-old kid does not go. I hate kids. Fuck off. Okay. Evidently, we need the balloon. We want the balloon. We can't just take the balloon because there's no reaction to that. I'm going to assume either we poke the balloon a bit, we do not, or we just turn into a complete dick and just break the balloon. We turn into a complete dick. Well, the man burst my balloon, Dad. It was probably your own fault anyway. Now stop whining. Can I shank the dad? Can I just shank him in his stupid fucking eye? Alright, I feel bad for the kid again. I feel bad for Butthead Jr. It was probably your own fault? Alright, ice cream's bad for the skin. Do we slather the mushroom in ice cream? No. Maybe his parents don't believe in education. They don't believe in thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom? Maybe you weren't going that way. I don't know. That kid's head's bigger than you. Yes. Don't want to go down there. You did yesterday. Did the pawnbroker request tears of ungrateful child? Maybe. Renegade with a bad ending? I'm pretty sure everything about this game is a quote-unquote bad ending. They say the journey is the destination. In this case, the bad journey is the bad destination. Okay. Temp save. That's a nest. Where's the fucking eggy weggy? Them's Tweety birdies. I'm guessing those are not the birds we want. Pretty topical birds. What the unholy hell was that? What the fuck? Well, that was a good use of disk space, I feel. How do I get across this? I'm not jumping down it. Where the fuck did they get this? Is like they just had 4 people in the office scream as loud as they could into a microphone and just sandwich that sound together. I jumped. Everyone in the chat just had a fucking aneurysm. This is what an alien zoo sounds like, apparently. That is the sound of all time. We should, do you know what we should do? We should add that to Streamlabs so that whenever someone subscribes on Twitch or YouTube, that's the sound that plays. Magic carpet. Dude, actually, I didn't even think of that. I don't think it's a real magic carpet. I'll give it a shot. Do you know what? I'll just leave the screen while I consult the walkthrough. Honestly, I was not expecting Ridley Scott's alien feeding noises. I'll let you guys in on what's going on. So, leave the subway, pick up the hot dog from the hot dog stand. What? Get back on. Okay, so it's teaching you that you have to get off each of the 5 stations in order to use the map. Okay, head to Rigurgi, leave the subway, pick up the hot dog from the hot dog stand. This is where we got the fly. So now we need a hot dog. Now we go to Easter Root, wait outside, use your screwdriver to pop the kid's balloon, pick up the string, and combine it with your cane to make a bow. Alright, back to the game. We'll complete those tasks and see what the fuck else happened. I swear I did not see a hot dog on the hot dog stand. Also, how is this gonna make a bow? Exactly. And can I even pick this thing up? Okay. This should come in handy. Okay. Do I use the screwdriver as an arrow? No. Fair enough. I guess we've done what we need to do here for the moment. That is not the solution I was thinking of either. Steal the jungle hell noises? Absolutely. I was just big braining in my head how are you going to do that, and even though there's no volume slider in the game, there is actually just the music on and off. I just realized you can just turn the music off and then record that. Well, since we're here, I'm gonna pick her nose for a bit. Also, that door is enticing. It even says in the minimap that that's an exit, so we shall return to that at some point. Let's go back here and find that hot dog. Seriously did not see a hot dog here, but fine, whatever. Should have brought more water. There's an old Minecraft bottle of water here that my son left, and also another Minecraft bottle that my son left. I think I'm okay. Slightly old water, but who cares? It's not like algae or swimming around in it or anything. I just cannot get over how chunky he gets when he scales down. All right, so apparently, let's do the search thing. That's a hot dog. That's a hot dog stand. That is a hot dog. It's not even much of a pixel hunt, to be honest. Oh wait, it absolutely is. That's the hot dog stand. 1 pixel down, 2 pixels down. That's the hot dog. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 pixels tall. The hot dog is 4 pixels tall. Fucking great. How long has this hot dog been here? It's a hot dog with a capital H. That's another thing this game has. Really, really strange grammar. Use hot dog. No? Use fly? Wait. I clicked the jar. Use fly. Am I gonna let him out again? Yes, I let him out. Nope, he went back in. Thank fucking Christ. That's just a party trick he does now. Fucking great. What was I supposed to do with the hot dog again? Hang on. Quick, Wait, hang on. You're not gonna believe this. Return to bad side and go to port. Hopefully a truck will arrive and you will hitch a ride to the zoo. If not, just leave and come back until it does. But I've already been to the zoo. How are you... How are you supposed to... How are you supposed to guess that there's a second way into the zoo? Are you just gonna be fucking... like, completely bored, out of ideas, out of options before you try that? Why is his feet so small? Why are his feet so small? That's not our nostril friend. I miss her already. Yeah, randomness. I don't get it. Is that for real? Is there a hint to this? Do you know what? Let's try to actually play this game. Oh, I can't. Yeah, there you go. This is not the banger. That's the thing. The thing about Divide by Zero games is their soundtracks are usually pretty bad, except for there being like one absolute killer of a tune, and this is not that tune. I love how the scaling of the sprite. Honestly, it feels like they were almost onto something, but they forgot that you also have to scale horizontally. Like it scales vertically, but not horizontally. How do you fuck that up? Okay, so we go back to the spaceport. For reasons. Actually, I should temp save right before we get there. Alright, temp save here just in case something interesting happens. So not really zoo time yet. Actually, kind of zoo time. Addition to not quite Space Quest series. It was supposed to be, yes, and it will be in the future. So do I hitch a ride on the taxi cab or no? Wait, what's down this subway station? We haven't been here, have we? Spaceports. I think we technically have. That's fine. So yeah, I had 3 games, four games on my not Space Quest list. Universe, which I've done now. I had this game, Innocent Until Caught. I had a sequel, Guilty. I'm sorry, 5 games actually, because I also had the Orion Conspiracy, which is also made by Divide by Zero. So it's just like the Divide by Zero trilogy. And then lastly, Rex Nebular, which is by far the worst one of all of them. Okay, and it said if I don't hitch a ride to the zoo, just walk back and forth until it happens. Did I read that right? Return to bad side and go to the port. Hopefully a truck will arrive and you will hitch. Port? It's not the spaceport, is it? Excuse me. Hopefully a truck. It's just... Fuck off, buddy. You're excused. So this is just going to be a complete random occurrence. I'm going to assume it's this screen. I mean, it does have traffic in it. Yes, you're excused. I can't move. Now I can. Did anyone see him just walk through the door, walk to the left, have a little turnaround, walk to the right, and then the screen transition happened? I can't get back to my ship. It was stolen in the first place. Probably shouldn't say that out loud in front of Gestapo of the Year over here. See if you can talk to and hail the taxi. I tried that yesterday. It didn't seem to do anything. You're excused. Fuck off. It said a truck should arrive. Taxi. Okay. Hey, buddy. That did not work yesterday. Where to? Follow that cab. The nearest bar, the sleaziest bar, the pawnbrokers, a hotel, a police station. Sleaziest bar. That's on the bad side of town. Nobody in their right mind goes there. You don't want a cab, you want an armored car. So I can flag him down. I just can't go to the zoo. Why do we have to restart the game? I will demonstrate right now, actually. Listen closely. That is why we restarted the game. To get digital sound effects. And yes, we will be playing Guilty as well. It's a whole series. You just missed the explanation for why we're even doing this in the first place. Not Space Quest. It's a series of 5 games. We've done Universe, we're doing Innocent Until Caught, we're doing the sequel Guilty, we're doing the Iran Conspiracy, and lastly we're going to do Rex Nebular. The worst of the bunch. Five. Yes. 3, sir? No. 5. It said a truck should arrive. God, I'm sorry. Let's see how bad this water is. There's plenty of games I could have picked, but those are the games that I sort of wanted to pick, honestly. Ah, fucking Nectar of the Gods right there. I haven't really played Guilty yet. I haven't played this one yet either. I guess I'm just kind of stuck here. Now, when you said port, when you said port, I mean, it could be the pier where we found the captain's hats. Let me just, did I get this absolutely straight? Return to Badside Station and go to the ports. Hopefully a truck will arrive and you will hitch a ride into the zoo. It does say Badside Station, not spaceports. So maybe it is the pier, if you consider that a port. Give that a shot. Except we saw no traffic there whatsoever. Awkward interface and tedious subway rides spoil this game. That and the fucking moon launching. And the very try-hard humor, but, I mean... An attempt was made, I'll give it that. It is very symptomatic of early 90s adventure games. Like, we are moving into high fidelity, but we haven't quite let go of the past of obtuse means gameplay value kind of approach. Wait, I hear something coming. Oh, look at the Boffo 3D on the back of the car. Like it had 2 layers, and it was okay. That was attention to detail. I think I'll hitch a ride. There is absolutely no way you're supposed to just. There's no right way to deduce this, is there? This is just completely, flat out of ideas. I'm just gonna look at every location. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh, good. Okay. All right. The timing there is spot on. I hate it when I'm right. I don't. I'm gonna enjoy this. There's a monkey on his head. Hoots! Get off! Ooh. Alright, you can play. Please tell me that's a giant toad or something. Oh my god. Hey, wait. King's Quest 6 made that joke as well. With the, your 2 eyes and they just sort of separate. Well, hello there. Well, it is definitely zoo time now. Oh, I don't know why, but when it says game stored, my mind just immediately goes to game is stored in the balls. I'm so sorry. Anyway, what do we got here? Oh, I got straw. I will have straw. Grill. What is this? A vine might take my weight. Okay, who's this lovely monster? It is nasty looking. Let's have a chat with it, shall we? No? Can I use it? There's a stick. Can we play fetch? Oh yeah, please have a look around, see if it's okay to grab the stick. Oh, it's not interested in playing fetch, it's only interested in my flesh. Alright, I'm gonna pry the door open. No, that's not how we use screwdrivers around here. We actually have to use the use cursor on it. No? Can this thing just shut up for a brief second? That would be great. It's very hard to concentrate. Would you like a hot dog? Here. It's only interested in my flavor. Well, there's technically flesh in a hot dog. Kind of, I suppose. Let's let Jeff Goldblum out and see what he thinks about it. Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna crawl down this vine. Climb. Oh, he picked it up instead. Give it shrooms? Do you know what? No, he doesn't want it, sadly. Is this my arrow? Oh, God. Yeah, honestly, we spent this much time getting the sound effects to work, but right now I just want them to fucking stop. There we go. I'll remind me to turn them back on later. Wait, what's this? Aerosol can. I'm supposed we put Jeff in the aerosol can and just spray this. Fuck. No, we don't. Perfume. I will squirt this motherfucker. That actually does something. Alright, we shall restore our game and actually hear that with the sound effects on. I'll bet that is interesting. Sniff this, motherfucker. disappointment is palpable and enormous. Well, at least we can concentrate. Oh god, I hope no one sees you stealing that vine. Shifty-eyed motherfucker. My day's ruined. There's almost no info available on the developer. Divide by Zero was not a complete unknown, and they're published by Psygnosis, also not a complete unknown. So... Divide by Zero had one semi-hit, actually, with the Gene Machine. People talk fondly of the Gene Machine, which is like the one game of theirs that's not science fiction, or at least not at the outset. Okay, what do I do with the... What happened? What did I do? Oh, I just put it down. A thing you can do in this game. Now, are we what do we do with this grate? With the spire or the bow, or there's no nest here as far as I can as far as I can see. Stick. Oh, tasty stick. Oh! No, he just put it down. Pick it back up. Pick it back up. Pick it back up, Jack Brain. Did I just lose my stick? Okay. What? He was about to pick it up. What? Oh, come on, dude. Yes, have a look around. Just pick the fucking stick back up. Alright. It's walkthrough time. Inside the soup, pick up the straw. I thought it was a straw. It's the straw. And then the grate to reveal a hole in the ground. Oh, you can just pick it up. Stick and vine, combine the two. Pick up the other vine and attach it to the hook in the ground. Use your bow on the ceiling to shoot your grappling hook up. Okay. That's a lot to process. I'm just gonna pretend I understood all of that, but apparently you can just hand icon this thing. But it has a padlock on it. Okay, apparently it doesn't. That leads to a sewer system. Okay. And steel girder, so the roof is actually a thing. That would have taken me quite a while to work out. And there are strong steel girders that are not visible, like on screen. Beautiful. So apparently stick and vine together makes something interesting. This should come in handy. God, I hate that phrase in adventure games. It's an improvised grappling hook. Is it really? I mean... He's gonna put it down, isn't he? Yeah, he just put it down. Pick it back up, motherfucker. So, what was this about the hole? What does the hole do? Wait, what's this? The hook? It's used to hold the grill in place. I will have that. I will have that. Pick it the fuck up. Metal ring. Hand icon. Pick it up. Pick it up. Another vine. Use that on the ring. Apparently. Do I climb down? Use. Civvy, found one. Now I'm in the sewers. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be down here. What am I doing down here? Is there a sewer maze here? Because I don't believe I remember. I don't think the walkthrough was talking about that. Let's go back up for a bit. Watch out for Jesse Baines, yeah. Didn't it say use grappling hook on ceiling? Hang on just a second. Stick vine, pick up other vine, attach the hook in the ground, use perfume on creature, use your bow on the ceiling to shoot your grappling hook in there. Okay. Use bow. If I can pick it up. But the bow does not combine with the grappling hook, so apparently I'm just supposed to use the bow on the roof. Or not. Grappling hook is not a usable... Oh! The bow and arrow is usable. This is just confusing, the inventory's way of doing that. And he just attached the grappling hook to it. We didn't have to combine that. I see what you're going for here, Innocent Until Caught, but... So, if this puzzle was supposed to make any mechanical sense, the whole make a grappling hook with a stick and a vine, okay, you would have trialed and error your way into that, I guess. Use a bow to shoot it at the roof. You would logically combine the three things in your inventory to then make a bow loaded with a grappling hook and then shoot that at the roof. You wouldn't combine two items in your inventory and then use a third unrelated inventory item that, by the way, you have to activate with a different hand icon than the one you're used to. Shoot it at the roof, at an object that is not visible, incidentally. And that object is that inventory object magically attaches another inventory object to itself when you shoot it. Mechanically, you're kind of fucking yourself here. Divide by 0. But okay, I'll do the thing. So what is the sewer level for? And if I let go of the vine now, can I come back? That's a temp save. Oh, okay, I can. He tied it to absolutely nothing. Why is there a sewer? Do I actually go in the sewer? Hang on. The sculpture, the sewer, the sewer. I'm just gonna search for the word sewer. Return to the subway. Spawns for... There's that lovely noise again. Okay, so you can't actually go in the sewer. It mentions nothing about the sewer from here. So, back to the game. Have you been informed already you can hide items by putting them in the pocket of your jacket on the status screen? No! I have not. What? Wait a minute. So if I pick up, let's say, this gum, and I click status, that does not appear to do anything. Oh no, it does. How do I get it back? Oh my god. So where is he keeping all of this shit? How much shit can I put in this pocket? I can put a lot of shit in this pocket. So I don't have to drop shit because for the moment I've been using one of the train stations as sort of a drop point for items I don't think I'll be needing anymore. Like for instance this spray bottle here. But to take it back out of the pocket, I have to take them out one by one. This absolutely begs the question, where the fuck does he put all this shit? Yeah, it's kind of a clever mechanic, but also, why? Do I have... It's kind of like the Minecraft inventory in a way, because you have your hotbar of inventory. You have 9 inventory items in your Minecraft hotbar, and then you have your separate inventory that you have to manage. But and so now I can just pick random shit out of his pocket in the order that I stuffed it in there. Why is this a mechanic? Also, can I tickle his dick? Great, I can. He's carrying a giant mushroom. Alright, so apparently his pocket space is unlimited. So I can shove stuff in there that I don't think I need. But that just means that I'll have to remember stuff that I have picked up that might be in my pocket. So now I have an invisible inventory next to my real inventory. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I did not know that. Reminds you of Grim Fandango and Manny's jacket inventory? Yeah, but also not. Alright, returning to the zoo. Venus flytrap. Okay, that's not gonna... Venus mantrap. Looks like a meat eater. Oh, hey, bunny boy. What a cute little rabbit. I'll bet I feed that to the plant, because that's the type of shit British people think is funny. Can I pick him up? Can I just pick him up? No, he just sort of trundles. Oh my god. Oops. Was that supposed to happen? Okay, this bud over here is suspicious, but it does not show up as a separate item. What happens if I get... we haven't had a death yet. What happens if I just walk close enough? Oh, he's not going past. It looks as if it'll bite me. Is this the one where we use the mushroom? Put the mushroom down? Only eats meat. Like, can we put this down on the ground? Is this the first instance where we drop something on the ground? Oh, now he doesn't want to drop something on the ground. In this particular screen, he will not drop anything. Make up your goddamn mind, dude. That must be the nest of a big bird. A giant bird even. Probably the nest we need to go to. Wow. Okay, so we've already murdered one creature. I don't suppose if we just release Jeff here, what happens? Not going past the man trap. I didn't ask you to. Oh, he just goes back in this jar. Just give us a second. I'm just gonna mute the microphone. I have a big cough that just doesn't want to fucking leave. Throat still tickles. In dialogue, you have to click on specific words. Yes, I discovered that by accident earlier. And it kind of left me wondering, like, what other conversations in the first bit of the game did I not, like, suss out? Really getting subscriptions in today. Why does my Streamlabs thing just not work in the slightest? Do alerts even show up above the chat box? Because it's supposed to play a little sound effect when one of them goes off, subscriptions in particular, and I'm getting the sense that this is just fuck all is happening. Oh, you little turd. Yeah, I was joking earlier we should use the sound effect as the subscriptions sound effect. Right. Sorry. You got my hopes up. and dash them quite expertly. Alright, did I fuck myself with the poor little bunny there? Can I just use the spray bottle again? Nope, he's not into that. Well, it is a meat eater because it just ate a fucking bunny. The only meat we have is a fly. And those Tweety birds up there. I don't suppose we can use the bow. There's nothing here I want to shoot at. How do you know? I suppose that's nice of him to say. Hot dog. Hot dog has meat in it. Feed hot dog. Here you go. He's cut his fucking hand off, didn't it? Alright. So now we're here. The fucking meat eating plant was just like, cheers, you may pass. Magic carpet, make it nice and tidy. No? It's not like there's an important rare egg. See, we haven't even found the egg yet. The nest, as far as I can see, appears to be empty. Or is that little pixel there? Alien egg. If I take that, I'll have Mom Kahula onto me like a shot. I need a decoy. Will the mushroom do? No? What looks like... Oh, the gum? Not the gum. Probably not the token. What looks like an alien egg around here? Need a decoy. Wait, can I put the mushroom in the nest and let Jeff out? I have a feeling Jeff is important in this case. Because, you know, it's a puzzle about nature. I have a feeling Jeff is important here. You did what the game intended with the rabbit. Great. Yeah, where are the fucking zookeepers, by the way? That's a... You did have an egg in the first stream. You're right, I did. Why didn't the walkthrough tell me that? Alright, back we go, I guess. So that's what the sewer is for. Is to let you go back and get stuff that you may have missed. Let's just see what the walkthrough says. Continue to the left, wait until the butterfly, then try to pick up the rabbit, feed your hot dog, walk over, swap your egg with the egg in the nest. Yeah. I forget where I got the where I got the other egg, but it was inside something. Anyway, that's how we get back someplace, I suppose. Hole. Use hole. That's not how we do around here, I guess. Yes, I had an egg. Well, I guess it's sewer time, bitches. Oh, but I don't want to end up in someone's toilet. You kind of are at the moment. Also, there's a strange, weird seam going down the middle of the frame here. You see that? What is that? That's the digitizing part of the digitizing process of the background, because these are obviously hand-drawn backgrounds. Kind of went a bit to shit there. That's nothing important, is it? No, that's part of the background. Oh, so that's what the door's for. Oh, cool. Okay, so where the fuck did I get that egg? It was inside something innocuous. I don't remember. It was inside something. Oh, I had key. Thanks. Obscure. Yeah, we're all about that. We're about games that are almost Space Quest, but not quite. Hang on, I'm just gonna check, because I technically found it already, so I'm just gonna... Oh, it's in the trash can. Oh, right. Right. Jesus, I forgot about that. Oh, our postal lady. You're right. The egg got chucked out in the biker deli thing. Okay, so I can just pick this shit up and put it in my pocket now. I don't have to actually... I'm gonna do that. I don't want to leave this shit lying around. Why am I coughing all of a sudden? That was a quick pickup. Why couldn't you do that the other times? Okay, you go in pocket. You go in pocket. You go in pocket, apparently. So why have two different inventories? One that's invisible and one that's just chock full of shit. Wait, if I look at my pocket, does it show what's in the other inventory? Also, how am I supposed to know that there's a pocket there? If I search, there is actually a pocket. You can pixel hunt your own character in this game. It's a jacket pocket. There's something in it. Use. Tickle, tickle. No? Okay, so he won't tell you what's in there. You just have to know there is something in there. There's something in it. The poster still gets me. And his pocket is bottomless. His magic inventory, I'm assuming he's just holding all of this shit in the palm of his hand. That inventory screen can be pixel hunted. I know. How fucked up is this? That is a very roomy project. Pocket, yes. Alright, I think we're done with that. Oh, do you know what? I'll chuck the spray bottle as well. I don't think we need that anymore. Mother of Christ. This inventory reminds me of the junk drawer where you put all the extra batteries and screws you find. Yes, or the box I have full of old cables and like... Because every time you get a new device, you get a USB-C cable. You're not going to chuck a USB-C cable. What if you need it later? So now all of a sudden you've got a box full of USB cables and what are those called? Like those audio cables. RIAA cable. No. Fuck it. You know, the audio cables, red and white. And also, like I have SCART adapters and shit. Yeah. RCA cables, thank you. Thanks, Pix. Yeah, RCA. RIAA, that is Recording Industry of America, and also your phono preamp is called an RIAA box. Fucking egg. Does anyone remember an old side comic of Jonan Vasquez called Happy Noodle Boy? It was like an interim, like an insert in his old comic books, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Every once in a while there'd be like a little one-page comic of Happy Noodle Boy, and one I have one of Jonah Vasquez's bad art collections, and it's full of weird stuff, including a bunch of Happy Noodle Boy comics. And one of them has the phrase, "Eggy Weggy, oh so bright, eggy weggy, fuck you Satan, I eat your tuna." And it's just stuck in my brain for all this time. See, I can remember that shit. I can't remember what an RCA cable is. And it's stuck so far in my brain that when we were making eggs the other day, like just for lunch, like boiled eggs, I just casually said, "Eggy weggy, oh so bright, eggy weggy, fuck you Satan, I eat your tuna." And my boy just started repeating it at me. So now I have to go dig up that fucking comic and show him, "Eggy weggy, oh so bright, eggy weggy, fuck you Satan, I eat your tuna." Look up Happy Noodle Boy if you don't know what it is. There's my Eggy Weggy, oh so bright. Just imagine being trapped at the lunch table in our friend, like for a good hour and a half of me and my 6-year-old kid just saying, "Fuck you Satan, I eat your tuna," back and forth at each other and laughing our asses off. There's not even any tuna on the table. There's eggs. But oh no, Jeff Goldblum interrupted the Eggy Weggy. This lady had too much Eggy Weggy. Seriously, she looks like Chris Berry whenever Chris Berry pulls a face. You know, Rimmer from Red Dwarf. Whenever he pulls a face, he always goes like this. She looks like Chris Berry pulling a face. Alright, back to... This is not where the door was. Oh, yes it is. Posters are the gifts that keep on giving, absolutely. Yes, Arnold Rimmer. Every time he pulls a face, like a disgusted face, he looks like that poster. Climb the vine, you little fuckface. Oh, Goth Gamer Girl says Happy Noodle Boy is better literature than most books these days. Completely agree. It is. In fact, it may be some of the best literature in recent memory. Also, if none of you have ever read Jonah Vasquez's I Feel Sick, absolutely go do that. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac is fun. Squee is good fun. But I Feel Sick is an absolute masterpiece. It's 2 issues, and it is just beautiful. It is peak Jonah Vasquez. That was a bit of a roundabout way of introducing Eggy Weggy. This should make a good substitute. And I guess we're off. Yeah, this we have to. If we don't do like a remix record of the music in this, because I feel like there's only one real banger, so there's not going to be much of a record really. But I'm definitely sampling that sound effect and use it for something. You could make some really gnarly industrial out of that. Maybe. Do you know what? The worst sound effect I've heard in an old game is actually Mean Streets. But not the PC version of Mean Streets. If you play the Atari ST version, when Tex walks out to his skimmer and the skimmer door opens, the door opens, has this little DeLorean sound effect, but on the Atari ST, it literally sounds like someone rubbing the inside of your eardrum with sandpaper. I guess we go back to Bat Site and hand in this shit. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours? Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get another mission under our belt. Oh look, it's Arnold Rimmer's sister. I was trying to think, like, what was the female equivalent of Arnold? I don't think there is one. Arnett? Arnett Rimmer? Courtesy Flesh, yes. Jonan Vasquez suffers from the extreme fear of falling asleep. He is he's made several, like, he is an insomniac. In fact, his logo is, like a recurring logo in his work is a Z and a question mark. Question Sleep. QuestionSleep.com is his website. Yes, he is a well-known insomniac and probably has something to do with why his work is so fucking strange. See, I kind of like having all the items available. Like you have everything you need and then you hand it all off in one go. I kind of want to do that. Yeah. Sorry, dude. You're not getting squat from me right now. I'm going to put this over to one side over here. Fix up some inventory space. And we'll jump straight into the next. My mouse pad is falling apart and is leaving like little black pieces of gunk on my wrist. Still world record pace. No. Hang on. Okay, what's next on the agenda? I got the egg. The sculpture seems like a very, very small mission, so we might as well do that. Subway, mushroom, pebble. Put your magic carpet on the floor. Do you know what? I just skimmed that. I think we're good to go. Let's do that. Let's go swipe ourselves a sculpture. That seems like a real easy one. I believe you have 2 items you can combine with each other. The hose and the aerosol can? Is my first guess. Yes. This should come in handy. Please don't say that. It's an improvised air gun. Alright. I can see that. Sculpture time. Let's do it. Evidently, we don't need to go anywhere else. SQH's setup is falling apart. Is it? Seems okay to me. Is there something wrong? You got me all worried. Oh, your mouse pad falling apart. Oh shit. God damn it. Because I've had my share of streams with dropped frames or like camera freezing and all this sort of shit. So that sort of got a slight whiff of PTSD there. I don't hear a subscription chime. If someone is subscribing, thank you very much. The sound effects in Streamlabs are apparently broken. I will replace them with the zoo sound effect from this game. If you subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Was there a pebble here? Are you fucking for real? Are you gonna make me pixel hunt for a pebble? I just noticed they have a bit of parallax scrolling, actually. That's pretty fancy. I will say that, barring some questionable decisions with regards to the size of people's feet and all that, one thing that British adventure games really did well was they usually had, like, the art style and animation and such. They had that down pat. Some of the animations in this game are really very good. Very fluid animations. I still think his sprite is fugly, and the whole scaling sprite thing does not work, and his feet are just laughably small. Like he's almost a stick figure from the waist down. But I can't say that the game is like ugly per se. The character close-ups when you're in a dialogue are fugly. They are horrifying. They're really terrible. Oh, Bribarian says, been following your channel, fellow Dane. Oh, das, was er? Thanks very much. The pebble is inside the museum. Oh, thank fucking Christ. Solus TTS saying, wow, a new subscriber. Do you know what? That might actually do. Oh, I see. That's the pebble. Is it? Oh, that is just a single fucking pixel, isn't it? I saw it just there. Work of art. It's a model of the most perfect structure in the universe, a sphere. That is literally 1 pixel. Fucking Christ. It's a small hard pellet. Okay, it is statue time. Yeah, this tune is the banger. Alright, I have conveniently forgotten everything the walkthrough told me, other than the fact that I have to use the magic carpet on something. How do I don't think it's a real magic carpet. Well, probably not. I use it on the statue. What good does that do me? It's the carpet I dropped. Do I use it? Do I throw the pebble at the... Because there's a force field around this thing. Yep. Do I let Jeff out? There's an air gun. That's a use item, isn't it? Yeah. Oops. Okay. It's a boring old exhibit. Not anymore, it is. Ooh, what's that? Small hard pellet. Oh, that was in my air gun, wasn't it? Again, we're doing the thing where you have this and you have this inventory item. You don't load the air gun with the pellet. You just use the air gun, and the air gun assumes you want to shoot the pellet. The fucking bow and arrow did the same thing. Bow and grappling hook. Game, you are not making this easy for me. I have to watch more. Oh, sorry, I was reading the chat here. Bribarian says, have to watch the more weak games to appreciate the masterpieces fully. If you want to see a weak game, try it Wayne's World. Oh, no. I've heard the stories. One game I actually really want to play, or 2 games I really want to play, are the Beavis and Butthead games, which for some reason they made point-and-click adventure games about Beavis and Butthead, and they're actually really, really good. At least so I'm told. So I really wanted to play those. They're Windows games, so they're kind of hard to get running. It's a whole thing. Also, I have plenty of things to do. 1,000 Andy Warhol piece and nothing of value was lost. Yeah, because another thing that my son and I have sort of picked up is he doesn't really know what Beavis and Butthead is. We tried showing him, but there's one scene in the first episode where Cornholio shows up. Sorry, where he walks into a Spanish class, and the teacher goes, "Señor Beavis, ¿dónde está tu jalpas?" And for some reason, again, that stuck with me my entire life. So sometimes, most of the times, when I pick him up from daycare or kindergarten, I walk up behind him and go, "Señor Beavis." So again, and he needs to. Oh, and another thing is he gets sent to the principal's office. So he goes, "The principal, he will give me tipi." Hearing a 6-year-old kid say, "The principal, he will give me TP," is one of the most adorable things you'll ever hear in your life. So yes, Beavis and Butthead. Fond memories of that, and I'm passing on those fond memories indeed. We had to explain to my boy, yes, he means toilet paper. Yes, bunghole means asshole. Yes. I have no idea what the fuck this game wants from me now. I already shot at it once. Do I just shoot at it again? Oh, because the glass cracked a bit. Oh, so we just keep doing this for a bit until I can grab it. Can I grab it now? No? No? I wonder if I fucked myself by having this thing, the force field activated. Okay, let's do it again. Stuff seems to be happening. There we go. Was that so hard? Lost our pebble though. So if we didn't put the carpet down before doing that, what would have happened? I see we don't get the carpet back either. Alright, I'm just gonna temp save this and load a save game. Let's do the statue thing again. I just want to see what happens if you don't put the carpet down. My son is indeed learning culture. Absolutely. Fuck the action games with Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I don't... the first adventure game apparently had a bunch of minigames. I remember I played the demo when it came out, and the minigames in that adventure game, it's like you spit down over the side of the wall of the high school, like you're on the roof and you spit down on the sidewalk and you're supposed to hit, like... and it's a separate executable. Like, if you get to that minigame in the adventure game, it shuts down the adventure game, loads up this other game, then when you're done with that, it shuts down that and loads up the adventure game again. Weird. Anyway, what happens if I shoot this thing and I don't have the carpet? Honestly, that ricochet and smashing the other exhibition, I'll give it that. That is funny. I mean, I'm guessing there are no like unwinnable states in this game. There hasn't been one yet. If I do that, it might smash when it hits the floor. So you have to put the magic. Okay, so he warns you. So far, I mean, I'm not loving it, but so far they're not committing the cardinal sin of soft locks. There have been no player deaths yet. Although player deaths are not necessarily a bad thing. That's very debatable. Alright, we've got that. Put that off to the side. There we go. We don't seem to be using the newspaper for a whole lot, but it was my favorite episode of Beavis and Butthead. It's been so damn long since I've seen a full episode. I honestly, the movie, I really, really loved the movie. And I know that's a cop-out because it's, but I just remember I saw the movie way more than I did the TV show. Via Con Cornholio, where he gets deported to Mexico, is pretty fucking damn cool. I mean, I'm not an aficionado. I suppose, like, if you're deep into Beavis and Butthead, thinking Cornholio is the funniest shit ever is probably a faux pas of some kind, but I love random humor. I know kids these days are so sick of lol so random humor. I fucking love it. So Cornholio just speaks to me. Let's go back to Bad Side for a bit. Yeah, funny deaths is one of the reasons why I love Space Quest so much. Because they make death fun. Death is not a punishment. In stark contrast to stuff like King's Quest. where it is literally a slap on the wrist. How fucking stupid are you? That kind of thing. It feels like, feels like the game is giving you that sort of, Dad's not mad, Daddy's disappointed kind of look. I'm not about that. If you're gonna have deaths in a game, make them funny, make them worthwhile. Under Killing Moon did a fantastic job. They hired James Earl Jones to read the sarcastic game over lines aloud, which just immediately nullifies any like unfair death bullshit and stuff. Like if you have James Earl Jones during your narration for when you fuck up, pass. That's just it's absolute free pass, free get out of jail free card. Just did not watch the new seasons of Beavis and Butthead. No, I'm not really that much of an aficionado of sorts, but an appreciator is what I would say. I honestly don't even remember how many episodes there are. What are we doing? Okay, so we've got the vase, or the sculpture, sorry. Do we have time for the last? The bonds? That seems like a lot. Let's just have a quick skim of this. Subway, jar, hot dog stand, mayonnaise, catch the fly, go into the police station, drug bust. Oh, ask him about that. Take a bag of flour when it is offered. This sentence is highly suspect. Why would someone offer you a bag of flour? Obviously, in a police station, it's obviously a drug joke, but all right. Enter the bank, talk to the teller, open an account, offer backup money, press the buzzer, use your gum on it. Do we have all the items for this? Open door, use screwdriver, return, go to the door, to the map, put your mushroom in the alcove, This seems like a lot of steps, but I mean, we can get started on it. I mean, it would be nice to end the stream on having all 3 items and then we can go straight into the end game after that, but I don't know. We'll see how far we get. Anyway. Gift the oh look, I can put an arrow up in this. Get in the fucking train, dude. Rigorgi. What game is this? Innocent Until Caught. A game by Divide by Zero. Published by Psygnosis, 1993, and a British game full of bullshit featuring a dude with spindly legs and almost no feet whatsoever. And if you're new here, and this is your first time, check out this Boffo pixel scaling. Look at him put on at least 300 pounds and grow like a foot shorter as he walks through the door. Okay, it is bank time. Anything else on the hot dog stand we need? Probably not. Alright, it said go in the police station first, so let's do that. Is this another point and click classic? Nope. Wouldn't exactly go that far. It is a point and click game. It's not a Revolution software tier kind of game. So I've seen this section. Oh my god, the cross-eyed fucking nitwit right here. I want to turn myself in. Why, what have you done? I'm a compulsive liar. Oh, not the one who wants to join the fort. Okay. Hey man, what's happening? Things around here are pretty dull at the moment, apart from one reason: drugs buzzed. See, you can ask about things they say, and it's clever, but also a bit like. Do you know what it also reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of that old Murder on the Mississippi game for the Commodore 64, where you interrogate someone and then you can pick bits of their dialogue out and put them in your notepad, like word for word, just pick them out of their dialogue, put them in your notepad, and then when you can walk up to a different character and a different NPC in the game, and then pull those notation bits out and put them on the character so you can ask them about it. It's a wild mechanic for a C64 game. These portraits look like reptile people. They absolutely do. Note the meter showing how far you are in the game. I don't want to look at that. Oh, Tree Antichrist, thanks for the YouTube content. Enjoyed dozens of hours. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rare to interact with someone taller than me. How do you know I'm tall? What? You got arrested for carrying drugs? No, we arrested some syndicate guys for possession, but we had to let them go. Can I ask about syndicate? Yes. It's the biggest crime organization on the planet. No matter how hard we try, we can't bust the really big cheeses. Well, that is probably because they're in a different game. Bullfrog did the game called Syndicate, didn't they? With I played it for a bit. I mean, who hasn't heard of Syndicate? What I remember most about the game, other than the fact that I was absolutely terrible at it, was the sound effects. Whenever you clicked on someone, whenever you switched characters, they made this weird robotic noise, and I thought it was super cool. Other than that, I was terrible at it. Big cheese. So the only problem with this is you have to restart the conversation to like ask about all the stuff down here. Where's the biggest cheese? Wait, don't tell me. It's not Stilton Gruyere, is it? With his loyal henchman, the Gorgonzola posse? Top of the hit list, it's Git Savage. Git, as in British for idiot. He lives up on the hill in a big mansion that's no doubt paid for by the criminal proceeds of the syndicate. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. But we can't pin anything on him. He's just too powerful. Is this why you let the syndicate guys go? It wasn't real drugs. It was a bag of flour. The chief was real mad. What with today being his birthday and all. What did you do with the bag of flour? Oh, we'll have to dump it somewhere, I guess. It sure isn't admissible evidence. Let me take the flour for you. Would you? That would be great. And he just tosses it from way over there. We had that conversation from literally 10 feet away. Well, mine now. Gordon says the C64 mechanic sounds a bit like the notepad from Discworld Noir. Yeah, but just think like a C64 game from like 1984, 5? I can't remember. Murder in the Mississippi. I wrote a blog post about it like ages ago, which is long gone. But yeah, that was a hell of a game. Activision made it back when Activision was actually a games company and not a pile of shit. It says crack on the bag. It's a bag full of white flour. And I don't suppose you'd like to see my air gun. He's got no ammunition. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so what else? What's happening? What else about the drug bust? Why'd you let them go? Wasn't real. Oh, okay. Never mind. This is irrelevant. I'm leaving. Okay, so what else does he want from me? I have a bag of flour. I don't suppose I'm supposed to do anything else here for the moment, am I? This is not an exit, by the way. You can tell from the minimap. There would be a little line in the wall over there if that was a real exit. So I don't think I'm actually supposed to go behind behind the counter. So let's open an account. Can't ask about the chief's birthday. No. I shall temp save this. 31% completed. So yeah, me saying that we'll put a cap in this next stream? Probably not. Alright. Window. It is shut. Can we engage someone in conversation? No? Do you just talk to it? Yeah. Hello? Oh. Can I help you? My God. Her head is so shrunken. Say, you're real pretty. Not really, no. You won't get round me with vague compliments like that. You'll have to be much more specific. Yes, your shrunken head and gigantic dentures sure are pretty. Also, you look like you got halfway through putting on Crichton's mask and then left the bottom bit uncovered. I've got a gun. Hey, you can't go in there. I have a gun. 2 inches of hyper-toughened rocker glass between you and I. Do you really think I care whether you have a gun or not? So what can I do for you? Well, I'd like to open an account. After I've threatened you and tried to get in your knickers, I would now like to open an account. You will need to deposit some money first. Well, lucky for me, I have a bag full of this shit. That's too big to fit through this window. You wanted money? You go to the door and press the buzzer. This little fucking hotspot right here? Okay. Do I use it? Yes. 2 hand icons. I've got a deposit to make, and then he socks him right in the... He just fucking shoryukens him right in the jaw. Was I supposed to do something? I was supposed to give him the flower, wasn't I? Guess she's gone for lunch. Can I open the door? Can I press the buzzer? Can I have my bag back? Bag? I don't recall seeing any bag. Use gum on door. Oh well, never mind. Did I do it? I certainly lost the gum. I don't want to attract any attention to myself. What just occurred? The gum went away, and I didn't drop it on the ground. You want to get in the door? Well, yes I do. Vaguely recall the screwdriver being mentioned, so... Evidently not this. Do you know what? My eyes are starting to glaze over here. I also remember the mushroom being mentioned. Do you know what? I'm just gonna look in the walkthrough. Fuck that. Did you give the wrong bag? I kind of just gave a bag. It didn't really specify. Use the door. I did. It didn't do anything. Right, take bag of flour. Leave police station. Talk to the teller. Someone will call. Talk to the teller. Say you want to open an account. Offer your bag of money. Press the buzzer. Give the bag to the man who appears. Press the buzzer. While the door is open, use your gum on it. Open the door to go through. I'm pretty sure I tried that. Use door? Use door! Suck me. Okay. I used the doorbell. Oh, okay. Empty bag. Give me empty bag. So the bank just basically stole all my money? Fucking fantastic. Filing cabinets. Vault door. Now we have to pixel hunt, because they do love a good pixel hunt. That's not a camera, that's a lamp. Cool. Can I jimmy any of these? Did you have a bag of inventory items? Do I use each of these until something happens? I guess not. You can't jimmy the file cabinets. It's another pixel hunt. Really? But the object is just the keyhole. Oh, this game loves pixel hunts, doesn't it? That is a single fucking pixel. Are you for real? Alright, what's this now? Account number I should remember. It might come in handy someday. Okay, so now I have an account number. Cool. Which universe is more cursed, this one or universes? Definitely universe. I mean, this is bad. Don't get me wrong, this is atrocious. This is really bad, really ill-advised. But it at least is like halfway there. I've seen worse. Universe. Universe is definitely much worse. Like at least this doesn't have 6 million verbs, all of which are useless except for one. The two hand icons, I see what they're going for. One of them is pick up, another is use. The problem is they conflate the two every once in a while. And also the scan, as in what is. Like they have an eye icon, which is just used for identifying hotspots, and then they have a look icon for actually looking at shit. What happened if you... Okay, SQH team on the 1 pixel. What happened if you had a scan line that hit that exact pixel on your old CRT monitor? You'd be fucking screwed. I'm not sure if you don't have to do it again. Did he miss something the first time? Because that is just horse shit. That is horse shit. You have to do it again? Why? It's a blueprint of the bank vault. Looks like it's near a sewer system. What happens if I do it a third time? I got everything in it. Why didn't you just pick it up the first time, you absolute pile of garbage? Why didn't you just pick up both? Oh, because you can't pick up 2 things at a time because you have to physically put it in your magic inventory. Not your pocket. Your magic inventory. Now I have to find the sewer system. I guess technically we know where the sewer entrance is. Yeah, you remember a lot about this. Let me just quickly check if we're supposed to go back to East Erook Station. Yes, we are. All right, cool. I will do that. We might actually get the last objects for the pawnbroker thing, and then we will end the stream. Ow. Also, this whole 3 trial affair is just 3 random like it's like they asked 3 people in the office to come up with like an obstacle, like a mini puzzle of themselves. Like, so hey, Jarrett, you go off and figure out the first item he has to get, and Barry, you get the other one, and Jack, you get the third one, and we'll meet again Monday, and you present your ideas, and whatever your ideas are, we'll put them in the game. So one of them goes bank heist. The other one goes egg, like pterodactyl egg in the future. And the third one goes art gallery, sculpture. It's like completely disconnected from anything. Use map. Aha, it's this way. Do I just use the map until he goes the right way? I do. I just lean back and let him sort shit out. Sorry, I keep adjusting my headphones because my glasses are all shades of crooked. I don't know if you can see that with the chroma keying and everything. They're really crooked, and if I got headphones on for too long, this thing keeps pushing on the back of my ear. It starts to hurt real bad. So we're in the hurt real bad section of the program right now, which is also why I want to end the stream real soon. Do I just use the screwdriver to knock this shit out? No. Wait, there's a question in chat. Do you like scrolling shooters? No. But thanks for asking. Alright, how do I get through this? Please tell me this is not where we moon logic and start fucking around with flies and bananas and shit. Do I just use? Do I just grab at it? No. This is the thinnest part of the bank vault wall. Wait a minute, did he just put it down for shits and giggles, or is that actually what I'm supposed to do? It's the mushroom I replanted. So he didn't just put it down for shits and giggles, he actually did that on purpose. So now I unleash Jeff Goldblum from way over here. I'm sure this made sense somehow, but yeah. I mean, yes, the biologist at the zoo told us this is what would happen, but it seems very improbable somehow. But okay, here we are. Jeff the Fly is about to have 5 minutes of his glory. And apparently he keeps showing up on Twitch ads as well, which is unintentional, but hey, I can has gold. Loads of gold. Has too much weight to carry around. Okay, so I'm supposed to find something. A lot of deposit boxes. That's a safe. A lot of deposit boxes. And that's the door to... I suppose I can just stroll out the door when I'm done. That's the account number that I need, I'm assuming. But I can't just use that. Do I use it to, is that like a safe combination? Do I use it on any of these? Will you tell me what the account number is? Here's an account number I should remember. It might come in handy one day. Do I just use... safety deposit boxes? The safe? Do I use the safe? I don't have time to blow the safe. Don't have time to ransack these boxes. I don't suppose I go up. Does the screen scroll? This feels wrong. It was wrong. Don't tell me. It's another pixel hunt. I have to wait for the legend that says deposit boxes to turn into deposit box. Singular. No, luckily not. There's an item in the left lower part of the screen. Bonds! Call a bondulance. This little fucking red thing over here? This game loves a pixel hunt. Those are bank bonds. I can't walk through the invisible laser beams. Ah, now this one I got. And we'll use the air gun. I've got no ammunition. No, you just blow air on it. Just whoof. Tastes. Just blow it with your mouth. Are you for real? This a jar full of sauce. A can full of newt brew. I don't suppose I use that. Oh, he's doing something. Did he just put it down for shits and giggles? I think he did. Oh, brilliant. But if it covered him... Okay, fine. Let's just pick this up again. Okay. Can I walk through this? No? Alright. I like how it's just a trigger. It's just like either you can do it or you can't. Right? That's it. The act of brushing it off, put it into the air. Okay, fair enough. The bank employees are not going to check on the explosion. No, it's like it was a pretty huge explosion too, and it came from somewhere within the bank vault. You'd think. I'm very happy they didn't put a maze in the sewer system. Although I did read ahead far enough to know that there is a maze in the game somewhere. Yay us. In fact, it should be coming up very soon, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and throw these 3 items at our pawn shop fella, watch the cutscene, and then where are you going? And then we shall end the stream. Okay, I'm kind of glad we did all 3. We shall have our reward now. Oh, there's a maze coming. Yeah, I know. Oh no. The poster lady will always be with us. Possibly. Soon. Possibly. Oh, even the LCD screen's getting cheeky with us. That did not say hand job, that said hand off. Just want to make that clear. It looks like she's not enjoying her cola. Hello? Have you come to Boogie? It's just a normal pill. I was looking at the dude. I don't think he wants to be friends. Or him. Well, would you like a chat? I'll have a chat with your crotch. Who are you, and what do you want? Well, he has no pupils. We've got to deliver you somewhere. Why? You've served your purpose, you ain't required no more. I think today's about to get even worse. You got that right. Well, then I'm not gonna hand off my fucking things, am I? What's your scrawny ass doing here? What do you want, ugly? Look who's talking. I want to know what you're doing here. I'm working. You got a problem? Who do you work for? Whoever pays the most. You got a problem with that? Yes. I want to stop talking to you. So now I know I can actually click on like bits of their dialogue. Better ask the man over there. He's the boss. Oh, this fucking dude? The sprite looks like Accountant Joe, but the close-up looks like melted wax candle. What are you doing? I deliver things. You got a problem with that? What do you deliver? Bodies, warm or cold, don't care which. You got a problem with that? Apparently he's very careful about seeing like what kind of problems we have. I don't know who you're working for. Whoever pays the most. Right. I think we're in a spot of trouble. So let's be dumb and just hand this shit over. There's your egg. Thank you. No big fanfare or anything. There's a sculpture. Thank you. With a capital S. There's your bonds with a capital B. Thank you. Go and see those guys over there. They'll sort you out for payment. No, they fucking won't. Okay, guys, where's my cash? He said with his back turned. Dunk. Fucking idiot. Later that night... This has success written all over it. I can't wait for the cake. Can you, Chief? I hear it's got a real tasty filling. They put the bank teller in it, didn't they? We picked her especially for your birthday party. Oh no. Lurch, did you remember to take her out before you bake the cake? And if she puts on a show half as good as the one we arrested her for in the first place... Oh, hi. Oh, where am I? This is very Simon the Sorcerer. Arrest that man. So, okay, so they didn't whack me. They stuck me up. These close-ups are fucking disgustingly awful. You're sentenced to 20 years for repeatedly flouting the laws of this and most other planets. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Actually, Your Honor, I don't give a flying fuck. Make that 200 years. Oh, they almost went for animation there. But we also had a tax problem. We've sort of forgotten about that. We got thrown in jail. We were going to get thrown in jail anyway. Although we did get to take advantage of extended memory, so that's a plus. So we paced for a bit, and now we're in control. No, nothing. No explanation. No anything. Okay, that's fine. Don't you fucking crash on me. I think we forgot to take advantage of the extended memory. Oh, shit. Did DOSBox just completely bite it? No, DOSBox is still good. Did we hide anything in our prison wallet? Do you mean, did we shove anything up our ass? We should have shoved a bunch of stuff up our asses. Actually, saving is fine. We had a save game from right before we went in the pawn shop. I just want to make sure it's not my hard drive being all fucking weird and shit. No, the hard drive is fine. Hard drive still loads and all that stuff. Because it's an external drive, so sometimes when you unplug it, shit gets a bit weird. But, yeah, I think we may have mocked the extended memory for too long. I mean, if I wasn't going to end the stream now, I mean, that's as good a time as any, isn't it? The game doesn't like your sound settings. You would not believe the shit we had to go through to get this to work. I had a brief explanation about that at the start of the stream, but long story short, Changas went on a hunt for some old Sound Blaster drivers. I had to go visit a few forum threads to find out exactly which driver was supposed to go and how you actually... Damn. It took a while. It took a bit of an afternoon. But we got there. And then, of course, because this game is this beautiful masterwork of art that it is, all of the save games were invalidated because this game saves its entire memory dump or whatever, just saves the entire game state to a single file every time you make a save game. So first of all, the save games are massive. And second of all, if you change your hardware config, like your sound config or anything, the save games you've saved previously retain the original config. So if you bought this game and all you had was an AdLib card, and at some point, like halfway through playing the game, you upgraded to a Sound Blaster card, so now you could have digital sound effects, right? Yeah, but you have to start the game over from scratch because all the save games you've made up until this point have AdLib sound configs in them. They're baked into the save files. So if you load up a save game that you made with one sound config, that sound config is now baked into that save game. So if you want your digital sound effects and shit, you have to start the game over from scratch with that save config. it boggles the fucking mind. So that's what I did. That's why we started the game over today, even though we spent 3 hours last night playing the game. That was all for nothing. Anything I learned during those 3 hours was that there were keyboard shortcuts for the verbs, and that you could click arrows in the minimap to exits. That's all I learned. All long plays of that game freeze on the save screen. Really? It hasn't happened until just now. But yeah. Perfect note to end on, says Stray Gator. That is yeah. That is perfect. Yes, Typhon. As a programmer, please do slap whoever coded that. That is just fucking, like Chanka says, unfucking believable. As a QA tester, Papaya Chemist wants to slap whoever coded that. I want to slap the artist who drew that. Like, what in the fuck? We're almost there, kind of, until, like, he's got huge lips and that eyebrow that just won't quit. Nobody's eyebrow can do that. Maybe Jim Carrey's. Maybe Rowan Atkinson's. But certainly not. This game is just... It's... The backgrounds look nice. The sprite animations are not terrible, although he has very, very tiny feet. And they reuse a lot of the... like, his clone was in the bar and stuff like that. So they reuse a lot of the same sprites for different characters. But the animation is fine. But the close-ups and this cover art is just fucking hideous. Are you going to play the sequel? You're damn right I am. I've already got it loaded up. Which, actually, I cracked my knuckles. I went searching for... Well, I got Innocent Until Caught. This game is abandonware, by the way. So I went and I searched for Innocent Until Caught and Guilty. You can download both of them off of abandonware sites. I am not endorsing abandonware, although technically I am. Support game preservation. Innocent Until Caught only came out on floppy disks. It did have a CD release, but it's just the floppy disk on a CD. I don't know why the British did that. Universe had the same. Excuse me. Guilty, however, the sequel, has a real CD-ROM version with full speech and everything. You cannot get that off of abandonware sites. I found one on archive.org, which was just an ISO file. Didn't work for me. So I actually went ahead and installed ExoDOS, which is this giant-ass library of DOS games. And Guilty, the CD-ROM version, is in that. Now, installing ExoDOS isn't as simple as just downloading like an MSI file and letting it just install and it's done in like the next 2 or 3 minutes. No. This thing takes hours and hours to install. Like, you run a batch file and it just sits there for literally, I think it took like 3 hours to install. But yeah. So, but anyway, it's on. Guilty is on the deck for next time, if God willing. And then, of course, we've got the Orion Conspiracy. Again, I think I have footage. Jenkins, I even went for the small ExoDOS installation. Collection Chamber has the talkie version. I probably should have looked there. Does Collection Chamber have the Beavis and Butthead games? Because I think they are technically abandonware as well. I don't. They're certainly not sold anywhere, are they? I don't think so. I mean, even though Viacom owns Beavis and Butthead and all that, I don't think the games are available for legal purchase anywhere. Orion Conspiracy is hilarious. In the same sense that, watching someone fall off a trampoline and breaking their elbow is funny. It's sort of a perverse sense. Or, those videos of like drunk bar fights where someone takes a swing at someone and misses by like a mile and slams their head into the bar countertop is funny in a sort of way. It's like comedic timing sort of way. It's funny in a sort of, I mean, the guy obviously got hurt and that's a terrible thing. And in the same way, Orion Conspiracy is funny in a sort of terrible way. and it's unintentionally funny for all the wrong reasons. Go look up the playthrough that Ikifu and I did. It's buried somewhere on my channel. We got absolutely blind fucking drunk during the first 3 or 4 episodes of it, and then we sobered up for the next couple of episodes. But it's just, oh my god, because Ikifu did a video review of the Orion Conspiracy ages ago. I don't know if it's still on his channel. I hope it is, because it is fucking brilliant. So I invited him to do a co-commentary on a Let's Play that I did, and play through the whole thing again, and just sat there and just ripped the game apart. And now I've sort of, I don't think I've done it justice. I mean, I haven't explained just how fucking awful it is. So I'm gonna have another look at it. Oh, you did watch the playthrough? Thank you. Yeah. Beavis and Butthead games are on the Collection Chamber. Fucking amazing. Yes. Good thing about the Collection Chamber is, again, we're not endorsing Abandonware. We're just saying, thank God it exists. They also get, they have setups, because the Beavis and Butthead games are Windows games. So it would be a royal pain in the ass to, because they are Windows 95 games. So it's not that I can just, because I already have like a Windows 3.1 setup going, which, by the way, I had to do for the fucking Rednecks videos that just almost killed my channel. Because I also had this vague notion at one point that I wanted to do like adventure games made by music artists or rock stars. So I had like Queen's The Eye, and I had Resident's Bad Day on the Midway. And then I had Rednecks. Rednecks was the first one I was going to take a look at, because, haha, Redneck's funny. And then I'd go do, like, Resident's Bad Day on the Midway and go, what the fuck what is happening? And then I realized that every time you put music on YouTube, just any music, really, you will get copyright bitch slapped up the ass. I don't know how you bitch slap someone up the ass. I imagine you fist them first and then unfold your hand and then slap them inside their rectum, which is what Rick Beato and Danny Sapko and Todd in the Shadows and all these guys go through on a daily basis. It's virtual stupidity is supported in ScumVM. Is that a fact? Wow. Cool. Okay. Well, I should definitely look into this. Can you tell my eyes are like shutting? Well, it just turned midnight here, so yeah, I should probably. Aerosmith Revolution X is a tribute band. Yeah, but that's like a rail shooter, isn't it? So anyway, I'm not doing Bad Day on the Midway. I'm not doing Queen's The Eye, which, as far as I know, is like a survival horror / adventure game hybrid. So it just barely makes the grade. And I can't remember what the other game was. There was one more game that I was thinking of doing, but anyway, I'm not doing it. No, it's not worth it. But Beavis and Butthead, I really want to play those games. But anyway, now I'm stuck doing this jack off. That's that guy over there. Oh, Omicron. That was the one. Omicron, the Nomad Soul with David Bowie in it. Yeah. Which is also one of those games that I've played, like when it came out. I played a bit of it, and I was like, what am I doing? Where am I supposed to go? It was like, that game just wanted to be everything, all at once. Starts out as a 3D adventure game. I was really impressed with like how big the city was, and you could literally go everywhere, and there were like pedestrians walking around and traffic and all that stuff. And then out of nowhere, it becomes a Mortal Kombat clone, because you get into a fist fight. There's an FPS shooter element to it, and I can't remember what the third game mode is. There's like everything under the sun, all baked into a single game. 3D adventure, FPS, sides, like 2D Mortal Kombat style beat 'em up, and there's one more game mode that I can't remember. So it's like, and then David Bowie, and Reeves Gabrels from, and this is like late 90s era David Bowie. This is the David Bowie who went on tour with 9 Inch Nails, David Bowie. So the soundtrack actually slaps, like really good. And I remember the opening song in Omicron, which is just called Omicron, I think, has a chorus that includes the name of the game because the song is called Omicron, so it might as well have Omicron in it. And David Bowie actually took that song and rewrote the lyrics and put it on one of his later albums. And now the chorus doesn't go Omicron anymore; it goes Suspicious Minds or something, some shit like that. And I listen to that and I go, no, dude, you should have just stuck with the game's name. No one knows what the fuck you're talking about anyway in any of your songs. It doesn't matter. You could just just keep it. Just Oh, you had to avoid the in-game concerts because the channel got you. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Residents Bat Day on the Midway. I hear that gets copyright flagged up the ass as well because they put out a soundtrack record to coincide with the game. Obviously, makes fucking sense. That's why the Residents were doing this shit in the first place, because they discovered CD-ROMs and they went, yay, let's fucking go. Let's make a music album that's also an adventure game. Fucking brilliant. So they put out the CD-ROM adventure game and they recorded a music album to go along with it, which makes perfect sense. But now they probably would not know that 20 years down the line, YouTube and automatic copyright flagging would suddenly rear its ugly fucking head. And I think the Residents would really hate what YouTube and Twitch and copyright enforcement has become. They seem like good lads. Kind of miss the Residents, to be honest. It's kind of a shame that one guy, Hardy Fox, passed away, and didn't take his secret to the grave. I actually think that's, to be perfectly honest, it was nice of him to finally blow the lid off and go, yeah, I was one of the eyeball dudes. Absolutely, I was. I mean, everyone had already guessed it, of course, but it's never been 100% confirmed or anything. I'm not here to tell the Residents how to do their job, but I mean, they went to these great lengths from 1965 up until present day to keep their identities secret. I mean, everyone knew it was him and Homer Flynn. They were in the Residents. It's fucking obvious, but they never confirmed it. They always said, nope, we're not in the band. And always goes, that's your voice, and that's nope, sorry, don't know what you're talking about. I kind of wish he hadn't dropped the veil right at the end, but fuck it, we all knew it anyway. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? The Residents were this short blip on my musical education list. It's there's one short little period at university where I just went, Residents, Captain Beefheart, let's go. Let's get as weird as we can. There were probably some substances involved in that, but anyway, one of my friends was really into the Residents, so we used to sit around and watch their concert videos and shit. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Still don't. The Residents have been around for the first album is called Meet the Residents, which is the cover of Meet the Beatles, but with graffiti painted on it. I don't know how they got away with that, but yeah, they've been around for ages. Which is also why I'm so proud of that one line in my Under a Killing Moon video that no one laughs at. There was one guy in the comments who said he got it, and it's because I called the GRS droid, the little eyeball that floats around the hallways and one shot zaps you if you look at it. I called that a little Residence mask reject piece of shit or something like that, and it's just like a throwaway line. And I was so happy I got the Residents in one of my videos. No one caught it except for that one guy in the comments. But yeah. Shit. I'm babbling, aren't I? I should go to bed. Alright. We're halfway through the game. I guess the maze would have taken forever if it wasn't for the fact that we are now absolutely playing Innocent Until Caught with a fucking walkthrough. So, yeah, let's do that. All right. Have a sip of water from my kit's lovely little pink Minecraft. Oh, that's Merit, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And then we'll end the stream. Nectar of the fucking gods. Alright, I still can't get over the boombox puzzle. What the fuck was that? There's a radio antenna and there's a circuit board. Those two things together do not equate a fucking boombox, a remote control. And also, the whole get taken to the zoo, go to the pier, and a truck just comes out of nowhere, and you climb in, and that takes you to the other end of the fucking zoo. That's one of those, oh, I'm out of ideas. I don't know where to go. Oh, something new just happened on the screen. And apparently it's a random occurrence too. I just got lucky the first time I went into that stream, or into that screen. Apparently either it does or it doesn't, and you have to leave and come back, leave and come back. That is some King's Quest shit right there. Anyway, yep, thanks so much for coming. And half asleep here too, Lavasoft. You can go full asleep now. People say my voice is calming and, you know, people fall asleep to my videos. You guys are mental, but I mean, I'll take it. If I can replace a Xanax, I'll take it, but I don't find my voice particularly calming. Anyway, yeah, cheers. Fuck it. Take care. See ya. Bye.